and 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes, over 6.5 minutes, I think. Which is pretty long, and this stage, I believe, is even longer, so it really doesn't get any better. I love the little clouds they use as a ready, set, go thingy as well. I mean, I really have no idea what those things are supposed to be. Where do you find yellow clouds? Oh, then again, where do you find giant pink spiky fields of whatever it may be? It might be coral, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. It's kinda hard to say with these graphics. This is probably the only PlayStation game where you will hear me rant about the graphics. I mean, I'm decently aware of the capabilities of the PlayStation 1, and I think this game came out in 1997, but I might be wrong, maybe 1995 as well, but the graphics are definitely subpar. It's just, it kinda hurts to look at after a while, but oh well, the game is only like an hour long if you do all the stages and don't mess up too much. So it's pretty. I guess this game could actually be pretty interesting if you get a whole bunch of people together and just go, hey, whoever can beat this game wins, but whoever crashes into the mountain has to take a shot or something. I don't know. You can make this into a fantastic drinking game, I guess. But overall, this has no replay value whatsoever. I mean, I guess that's a multiplayer thing, but it doesn't really work all that well, so yeah. And this is one of the things that I really hate. One of those tentacle fields after a turn. You really have to mess about, and you just lose a lot of time and a lot of distance between you and the opponent, so it's kind of a shame, but there's only a couple of those, so you don't really need to be careful of them too often. You just kind of need to know where they are, or just be very careful most of the time, which I'm just being very careful because I have absolutely no idea what the stage layout is most of the time. That radar is completely unhelpful. The maps kind of work if you know where to look. I mean, I think if you do the point, time, try thing, you can do a stage select and you can kind of see where the maps, which part of the map you need to look at. But even then, it's really quite hard because the levels are so ridiculously long that it just really isn't worth the time to investigate. I guess this game would make more sense if it's called Cosmic Rally. I mean, in the end, technically, they're all rally stages. You have to start and you go to the end. There's no multiple laps ever, and I'm nearly falling off the stage again. Shouldn't do that too much. And there are giant fish. I mean, which rally game does not have giant flying fish in the middle of the stages? I mean, really. And birds, apparently. There are also birds in here. I don't know why there are birds in here. I guess because we're underwater and blue birds often inhabit the deep waters of giant fish land. I have no idea, but let's just go with it. Let's just go. Let's pretend that this is in fact what's going on right now. We are driving in the land of Big Fish Land, where birds and giant fish happily live together in harmony, and sometimes a giant blue and orange floor is viewable, along with some pink spiky coral, yellow spiky coral, purple mountains. What the hell were they on when they were making this? I have no idea, but it looks very good indeed. Oh dear. Oh. You really don't want to get a course out here. This is a bad place for a course out. This is like the one place I actually still remember from the practice runs. If you get out of the course here, it's ridiculously difficult to get back on the course again. You have to go pretty much to the bottom, and it takes a lot of time to get there, even if you go as quickly as possible, so try not to do that. Oh, who am I kidding? No one's ever going to play this game. People should play this game. People should dare their friends to play this game. To be frank, I saw one other guy playing this game, and he only played like the first 3 stages, and well, not just Big Bang Blitz, but also someone who did a Let's Play of this game. I don't think he ever actually finished it, so this might actually be the first completed Let's Play of this game ever made. Hooray! Am I happy now? Not really, but hey, at least someone got to do it, right? So, although I might be completely wrong here, and someone else may have already done it in fact, but I'm still one of the few that has done it in the end, I guess. Then again, I'm also one of the few that's going to be finishing this game for like the 4th time now because of so many failed recordings. And I don't mean failed recordings in the sense that I died, because believe me, there was one attempt where I died like 3 times. And I almost decided to keep it, and then found out there were a whole bunch of frame rate drops and blech, and yeah, so I decided nope, not good enough. This game deserves more credit than that. Even this game does, and oh lordy, this might not be good. Okay, I'm at 43 health now. It's not bad, but I should probably be a little bit more careful from this point on. Because, well, this guy's health drops fast. So you lose like 8 to 10 health per hit. So, yeah, don't bump into too much stuff, basically. And it's kind of weird as well. No matter how long the stage is, the distance between you and the opponent seems to be capped or so. I don't know what the deal with that is, but it seems I always have the same distance between me and the opponent, even if the stage is like twice as long, which is really quite strange. Maybe they did that on purpose, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just maybe these stages are just a little harder. You have to take more sharp turns, and it's kind of difficult to do so. So I don't know. Something to think about, but not really. We should be nearing the goal pretty soon. I'm losing a little bit too much health here. I think this is the end. Should be in the middle somewhere around here. There we go. Go! Getting a sip of my drink. Ah, I have no idea what that is, but it tastes delicious. Ah. Okay, course 3, it's about 40 something slower, or lower, smaller. So I guess it's a little bit smaller, but I believe this level has a few more sharp turns and a few more tentacle force, so in the end it's a little bit more tricky to navigate through, and you should definitely be careful not to hit too many enemies. Because while the level, while it is shorter, it is still pretty long. It will still take like 6 to 7 minutes to actually beat it. Even with this character, at least it will take me that long. There's probably people, like in some sort of cosmic race cult somewhere on the internet, that are worshipping this game and finishing every level in like 3 minutes. But hey, not part of that cult. Thank God. I would feel very bad if I was, but that's just my personal opinion. And yes, I am currently being very racist against the cult of Cosmic Race. But that's what you get when you don't call the game Cosmic Rally when it clearly is. I mean, that's giant fish, for God's sake. Oh, okay, Karma's starting to bite me, so I'll just stop talking about the cult of Cosmic Race now and rant on about the blue and purple mountains we got going on here. I don't think I've ever seen a purple mountain before, but if there are purple mountains in the ocean, then I would love to see them. It sounds pretty interesting to me. I mean, the color purple is not a bad color for mountains. I mean, it is a pretty rare color, and you will definitely stand out as a mountain if you are purple. So, yeah, to all the mountains out there, definitely suggest going purple. Definitely. So, yeah. Don't have much left to say about this level, but it does still have big fish, and that's what important? My English actually is getting worse with every walkthrough. That's probably not a good thing, but I will still continue making videos because I love you guys. But yes, oh, Muscle course out here. It seems like when you course out, I'm just gonna call it that, on like large cliffs and stuff like that, it's a lot harder to get back in the stage than when you go like over here. I don't know why. But it seems that most of the time it just decreases your speed to 0 almost instantly, and that's just kind of a bad thing. So try not to have that happen too much, really. All you 3 people that might think about playing this game right now. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely, if you can find it for, well, on the internet really, let's just keep it at that, then I would actually suggest playing this game just for the sheer bizarreness of the controls. That alone is pretty interesting, and if you can get some friends together to play this as a drinking game, that's even more amusing. Take a shot every time you see a big-eyed fish, you'd be dead by the end of the first round. In fact, you probably wouldn't even make it to the first round, but oh well. It is a legitimate excuse to go drinking and cosmic racing. Although, to be frank, you should just play F-Zero, because that game is better. Yeah, any F-Zero game, really. Even the GameCube one that I did not like all that much. In fact, I personally still prefer the Super Nintendo game, but that's a different story altogether. Apparently Karma doesn't allow me to talk about F-Zero because that game is better, so let's talk about me having a hiccups. Yeah, that's gonna sound real professional. But, no, like I've ever been professional in everyone. Any of these things, really. No, not really. So, let's just follow the course. It's purple. It's getting kind of tricky now, actually. Kind of have to go up and down, left and right all the time. I quite like that, personally. But, yeah, in my opinion, the hardest stage is 3-3. And as I said that, I'm probably gonna die on every single stage except 3-3, but that's a different story altogether. It's actually not going too bad this time. On the recording I actually wanted to keep, I died like on this level and the previous level and the level after that once, so I'm kind of glad I don't have to edit all of that out, but now that I have said that, I'm probably gonna crash into everything now, so who knows what'll happen. This is actually live! This will be the one racing game where I will be doing commentary while actually playing it. Because once you get used to the controls, you don't really need to pay attention anymore. You just need to hold the controller most of the time. Yum yum. But yeah, big-eyed fish. They're big, they're eyed, they're fish. They should make a movie about those fish, or a Discovery Channel episode. The big-eyed pig... Morgan Freeman should not voice it, but I can't do a Morgan Freeman voice, so I'll just use my own. The big-eyed fish of pigness is dancing its little dance and singing its little tune at the bottom of the big fish ocean, where birds and big fish live together in harmony, along with the big-eyed clams and other big-eyed accessorized little things. Many big-eyed creatures come here during the mating season to do their big-eyed things and talk about the current economy in the big-eyed society. They currently pay using large white and red spikes that have recently been found over the land of people who use the word bean to last years. It's very strange indeed, but that is simply how things turned out in the land of big-eyed fish and big-eyed things. Back to you, Thomas. Oh, thank you, sir. Now we're going to talk about the most amazing thing, which is card games on motorcycles. Okay, but you get the idea. Yes, I am just padding this out until we make it to stage 3 and I can talk about actual things again. In case you hadn't noticed, but yeah. Nearing the end. This is a kind of a strange turn, actually. You kind of need to go into a spiral, and I am currently stuck. This is one of those places where you need to be careful of the tentacle forest, because you can get really stuck in that forest. Please let me get back in the stage. You won't, so I'm gonna have to go all the way to the bottom, all the way back up again, and then hope for the best, really. This is one of the things I really hate about this game, that they have that weird system where you suddenly go to 0 magically. And the opponent is getting pretty close now, so I'm gonna have to speed it up a little bit. I think, yep, the goal is there, and I hit it, and we have made it to stage number 3. At every end of the stage, I get a sip of my drink. Wonderful. No way I can do that within 5 minutes.